What is up, everybody? Schweezel with Get Better Games here. I'm gonna bring you guys a solo gameplay commentary here, featuring. I think this is gonna be a Fatal Fields drop, and this is actually one of my games from the solo Showdown event, if I remember correctly. So let's get going. So coming into here, I really, guys, you gotta get a look around. As you're coming, trying to like touch down and land. You know, the reason that I picked this house is because there's a very easy chest to access right here, and there's also a lot of weapon spawns upstairs. I'm pretty sure what ends up happening here is somebody pops through that door, and here we go. Alright, so I know someone's in here. I realize at this point that they're on top of me. That's why I put that wall there. And I start smacking all these one-hit items because it's really important to have early wood and those early game materials to be able to outbuild your opponents. So, like, really, I'm just listening. I know this guy up above me is still there, but he's not very active, so he must be looting. I hear that there's, like, fighting going on over here, so I move to take advantage of this. Now, I hear this guy on the left pick him up with a really easy shotgun shot. The dude up here sees me, but see, he didn't play aggro when he had the chance and had, like, the good positioning on me earlier. So really, it's like, what's he gonna do about it now? You know what I'm saying? I just come up in here, and I end up skying this dude. Boom. I figure that I'm gonna get pushed by this guy, and I actually move. I really want to get this slurp juice going, because as you guys can see, I'm literally 1 HP. So I start building to, number one, find out where he's at. Number two, give him less options. Like, I know I control those walls now, so if he wants to, like, I can edit him out, like I did right here. Bam, he ends up missing, and I pick him up. And yeah, that guy knew that I was, like, kind of messing around in there. He should, like, what I would have done right there if I was fighting me is I would have tried to knock out some of the tiles, or maybe gone outside of the window or something like that. I wouldn't just chase people around inside buildings. Generally not a very good idea. It's pretty easy to do what I just did to that guy and, like, just move back a tile and bait people, get your own right hand advantage going. I don't think he saw that coming at all. So now that I have figured that I have control of this area, I really start looting it. And just judging by where this circle is, you guys, I know that there was like, if anybody is in Lucky Landing, that they're going to be coming up in a moment. You want to keep that sort of macro movement in mind as you get into the mid game. Because what a lot of people will do, and this is actually a strategy that I'm a little bit fond of, and maybe I'll showcase for you guys in a different gameplay. But I like actually landing on the outskirts of a point of interest, or like the edge of one point of interest, and then running to another one really quick. So, like, if I landed at that big 3-story building in Lucky Landing, I might run right up here. And if you guys see, I actually end up there's this guy right over here. I forget exactly what happens, but I'm looking out for this guy. I'm really anticipating that I don't know that that guy's there right now, but I'm anticipating that someone should be. It's actually like a huge stroke of luck for that guy that I didn't already see him, because I would have just destroyed him if I did. But I start moving up because the storm is going to start moving in, and just keep that in mind. Like, if nobody comes up behind you like that, but you really strongly think someone might be, it's like, I know that I'm probably going to have to deal with someone like that now. I'm really keeping in mind that there's probably going to be someone behind me. And that's why I'm actually gathering up all these materials right now. That's like a big part of it, is I don't have a lot of HP. So if I end up having to like build up and get into a prolonged fight, I want to be able to really like throw down and stay strong against somebody. Because really, I'm pretty sure like I'm at less than 100 HP right now. It's so useful, you guys, to know where chests like this spawns. Um, that was like really lucky, and I got it on the fly. And then I mean, you just keep going, and then I think I really want to say I run into this guy, but I don't 100% remember because, as you guys probably know, Solo Showdown was a little bit ago. I think he might see me soon because I mean I have to move up, but I keep on finding these little chests too. And this is what I like to do is I like to move up, but also give myself enough time. Like, look at that, dude. Oh my god, I was looking in the right direction. Even though I was looking in the right direction, I missed this guy. So like, always just always be aware of that macro movement patterns, you guys, of people trying to catch up and like running into you from different points of interest. If you're at Fatal Fields, if someone landed at Lucky Landing, they're probably gonna come past you. I pretty much always assume there's gonna be someone, and this is crazy. This guy's straight up following me right here. And this is why it's actually going to be really good to have like a nice build reflex. I start following this dude, and there's actually a huge fight breaks out right here. So I hit that guy a lot, and I know that he's really weak, and I just destroyed his fort. So I see that he's on the run here. I really start to pursue him. I don't know what purple just did, like backing off me right there, because he could have straight shot me in the back. Like, that was such an easy kill. Alright, but so I picked up that other guy, and then I'm looking over here. Somebody else was shooting at him. So I'm shooting, shooting, shooting. I see that the storm's coming in, so I know I have to finish this off quick. I start charging this guy because I see that I can put myself between him and the safe zone. And if you can do that, I mean, that's like a free kill. If they've lost any HP, they're gonna have to move before you. So I grab the bandages because I can tell that I'm going to take some storm damage here, and I'm making sure that I reload here because I know no matter what, I'm not really going to get that far back up above 75 here, I don't think, unless I have a campfire that I don't remember picking up. But I'm, again, anticipating you guys is a huge part of the game that people are going to be here. And as you guys can see, there's on my map right now, there's actually 3 people around me, and they all have taken damage. That guy hasn't taken damage, but 2 of the people around me have. And actually, the other 2 are way closer. That guy's actually, it's kind of weird that his nameplate's still there. He's really far off. So I'm looking down because I'm like, is anyone like me and coming in? And I see this guy start to beat the trees down. So I'm like, all right, he's about to drop that tree. I'm just gonna put some nades over at him. I think I got a couple shots off at him, and then I started getting pressured from the side. So I realized I have to put this guy between me and the other dude. And that's exactly what I do. I move over and I move to round on the right side and pinch him. And then I realize that this dude is really not paying attention. He's not building. He's like, I don't know, that was just bad. He's not building, he's not hitting me, and then I hit him for white damage. And I mean, I know that I have the advantage on him with ARs when I have the Scar versus his M16, and I know that I have shield and he doesn't. So I just felt free to light that dude up. And let's see, at this point I'm at 7. That's pretty high. I think I'm actually a lot of people were not playing aggressive in these games, and I actually found it was almost easier than normal to play the aggressive play style because a lot of people did not want to. They were really careful. It was like the purple guy earlier who was following me, but then decided to just run away from the fighting. He just wanted to rank higher. He wanted to try to get one of those V-Buck prizes by living longer instead of getting some kills, which I can absolutely respect. For me, I really wasn't trying to run into any of these guys. I just ended up really far from the circle. I dropped at a spot I like dropping at and just ended up pretty far. But this is how I play any of these other games that have like more precise rank systems. This is more of how I approach them if you're trying to like rank up and stuff like that and not just stack wins. So I heard that shot. I'm gonna start running over here because I mean I figure that this guy's looting. I just watched what's it called? I watched the kill feed, saw that somebody just got shotgunned right there, and I figure that this guy's looting, and I see the fresh builds, which is amazing. And that this guy is just done. Oh, like this is just unfortunate for him. He just wasn't a fast enough editor. If you're gonna play the like box up strategy, everybody, you really have to be able to edit quicker. Otherwise, you're just kind of creating a prison for yourself. Because I didn't even play that like as fast as I could have. I had like that. You guys saw. I had a bad bounce on the first shot. Bounce that delayed the detonation on the second shot. Like, and he still really messed up. Again, I keep hearing stuff, so I just start building up. I'm hearing these guys, and I see the building, and I see that guy jump right there. Um, so I decided to finish this chug jug because also there's only 14 people left. I'm probably not gonna have another chance to finish this chug jug, and this dude is obviously preoccupied. So I wait for him to poke out a little bit, and he didn't like that. That was premature fire a little bit, but he also did not do a good job of protecting his build, so it didn't really matter because I knew that I could just put him in a bad position like that, and it did. I mean, look at this guy that's challenging him now. I just gave this guy two things to worry about when before he had a secured kill. So I'm again just trying to nade that guy out, and I actually killed the other dude with grenades right there while I was trying to get this guy. I was actually just trying to knock his structure down again, which I thought was funny. He's again about to build really high and not protect it, so I put some shots on that ramp. He falls down again. This is a really big thing. Everybody, like, when you are when you get the height advantage, number one, don't just give it up like that guy did. But if you don't get it, because that guy got it on me a couple of times. He got it on me, I think, 2 or 3 times right there. He gave it up once, and I took him away from him twice, not by building, but by just hitting unprotected structures. When people are leaving sort of like this bottleneck sort of weak spot in a structure like that, I would really take advantage of that to abuse it, especially if it's wood, because the max HP for wood is only 190, everybody. That's not even, that's like a quarter magazine of assault rifle ammo or something like that. I mean, that was pretty derpy. But as you guys can see, I'm trying to get high ground. Oh, whoops. Trying to get high ground. At this point, I'm at the 10 elim mark. So I'm honestly pretty confident that I'm gonna win here. Because I've been running around taking out people from some pretty big POIs. I have pretty good loot. I mean, I passed retail and salty and took those guys out. So I knew that at this point, besides anyone who came out of Tilted, I was probably the most looted person in the game, unless somebody who came out of maybe Pleasant Park or something like that, uh, and maybe got all the loot early, like got a bunch of early kills. So anyway, I get in here and I start hearing shots. in the woods. So I just decided to fort up right here because I'm close enough. And I don't know what this guy behind me is doing. He's like he's not in the safe zone. I don't know if he doesn't realize that or if he's just scared to move from out behind his cover. Like I don't know what this dude's doing. But utilize that soft corner, especially in the late game. Like you, a good player, everybody's not gonna peek you unless you make them peek. Uh, that or like give them reason to. So really utilize that soft corner. Don't peek your head up above. Like watch my head. My head will never go up above that line of being even with the top of my fort because I don't want anybody to be able to just snipe my head off and get a shot on me while I'm kind of not paying attention or trying to read where everyone is. I see these two in a fight and I see the next circle and I hear this fight out to the right of me and I'm thinking that I need to either let these two finish off each other or get into a situation where I can finish off whoever wins that. And while this is happening, the reason I keep looking behind me is because I think someone's in woods. I miss that guy, but again, I was really sure he was there. And I hear two different guys over there now. So I have a lock on the total of five people, including myself, out of the seven left in the game. That's pretty huge, everybody. Um, I mean, that's a big part. You don't have like radar or anything in this game. Like this is Halo or Call of Duty or anything. It's a big part of the game, especially in solos where you don't have teammates to call that information out either. Like gathering information and knowing where you're gonna move before you move is really important. And I know that that fight over to my left was going on forever. So I move over here because I know that those people over to my left were actually just gonna have to move in anyway, and this was pretty much gonna be the last high ground that was available um inside of the eye of the storm, the safe zone, whatever you want to call it. I see this dude and I have a scar. You guys, crouch and don't move if you can while you're shooting. I see a lot of people like moving and shooting, which there's definitely situational uses for. But if you don't have to be strafe shooting, if you're just taking, I don't know why that guy went out there. I think he thought he could like fake me, like take his meds out there and like maybe I would be maybe I wouldn't be paying attention or something. But no, I picked him up. That was just out of me. Anyway, I knew the other person was looking at him, so I start going up and trying to claim this other fort because I figure that this is a fort that the guy that I just killed maybe ditched, and then I look up here and boom, there's a ton of just loot in here, which is awesome. So I see this person. This player's trying to build out of the storm, and I really just kind of pressure him in there, and it draws everyone's attention to them. Those two guys who are over there, the dude who was on top of them, because one of them died over there. The dude who was on top had a way better position, so by calling their attention over there, I actually forced them to pay attention to him. And then I knew those people had been fighting over there, so I put myself in the high ground here. This is one of the I really stress movement in all of my games. I trapped like every layer in my base here. I built a metal base because I knew everybody was busy, and then I really took the high ground. And if you notice, I put myself in between two groups of people that I knew were 1v1ing because then I was just going to be facing the winners. I could exploit people if they were sitting in bad positions, and everyone else is not in a good position at all right now. If you look at this, everybody like these two guys underneath me are about to have to 1v1. The one just doesn't realize that the other one's in the building, and then this guy over here is just really low, and he's got to move really far. The other three of us are already have great positioning. So really, I'm just I know that those guys must be on the low ground and not be able to see me. So I start taking shots at this guy to just finish him off. Cause why not? I have the I have this scar and I have the grenade launcher. So I start taking shots a little bit before the storm is gonna move, so because it just to put the pressure on him, make him start like building and wasting those materials, and then I start putting the pressure on as the storm is moving in. Watch this. I'm gonna watch him move out, and I'm gonna take those little bit bursty, slower shots. I'm looking over here. I'm making sure that nobody is building up on me or anything like that. This guy isn't moving fast enough. He's putting those ramps down. I notice he doesn't strafe away from the ramps. I hit him again right there. That's really all I need, and this is also why you keep looting things like ammo crates and stuff like that, and you want to get kills and stuff. You want to be able to hoard all this ammo. Like, I have so much assault rifle ammo. At this point, I know the only place that these guys can be is down there. Alright, so what's really funny is the guy in back thinks that I'm shooting at him until the guy in front comes out. The guy in front comes out, he rounds the corner, gets picked off by that guy right there, who he knew was there. I had no idea, really. I could have maybe guessed, but I didn't know for sure. So I think I hit that guy a little bit right there, and then I just put up a flank wall because I figure that this guy is safe, and I'm giving him a little bit too much time breathing room. He's not building very smart, so I decide to hit him up. This guy just jump pads, and I have no idea what he was doing. Yeah, like if you jump pad me in that situation and you don't immediately take the height on me and kill me, I'm just gonna build a floor over you, and that's exactly what I did to this guy. He's gonna have to pop out from under that before I do, or I'm just gonna be able to edit my way out and down the hill later, if I choose. So I'm really just focusing on this guy because at this point, the person below me, the player below me, has let my metal finish. That's really strong material. It's not going anywhere. And he's obviously not an aggressive player. He was playing really passive about those buildings and stuff like that. And I know that this guy is getting pressured by the storm again. So I really take advantage of that. I edit my way down and take a little bit of fall damage, but it's whatever. I'm doing it because I'm trying to make sure I get positioning on this guy. I hear him coming around, and I just keep my height. Once again, I just absolutely keep my height. I switch to wood because it builds the fastest, and it starts with the most HP. So I switch to wood so that I can't be knocked down very quickly. I know that that guy's there, and I knock him down. Again, you guys, I'm really exploiting people who aren't protecting their building and taking the height advantage away from them. You can use the height advantage without building for it, as long as you know how to take it. So right here, I'm a little bit confused as to where this person went. I'm building the floor out. I hear them looting, but I have a chug jug, and they don't realize how low of HP that I am. So I'm using this as a two-way thing. It's a win-win situation. They have to rush me, or I get 200 HP guaranteed. This guy chooses to rush me, and he actually gets above me, but he's already proven to me that I can take the high ground from him without necessarily building for the high ground. So I actually build to be unpredictable and safe here. He sort of predicts that movement, so I'm like, whatever. I think I edit, and I don't know if I take the chug jug here again, but I definitely know that this is a pretty decent build off. This isn't a bad player, but he was caught in a bad situation, and he wasn't aggressive enough early enough. He needed to be putting on the pressure to me that I was to those other guys earlier. So I see that guy above me. I'm like, I gotta build out. I gotta build a ceiling over the tile that I know he's trying to peek, and then I try starting to edit peek him right here. Because also, he knows he can't drop down here willy-nilly and shit, because I have traps everywhere. So, I start just taking out layers, and then every time I'm gonna like reload, I just edit my way back into safety. Just notice, I'm not playing this too fast. I'm not getting thirsty for the kill, but I'm also not panicking or anything. I make this guy really freak out by just, spamming down with everything I've got. This guy has to be absolutely panicking at this point. That's 6 traps, this weird jump pad, so he can't stay down there. I don't think that was intentional, but I also knew I probably wasn't gonna I probably wasn't gonna use it like for the win, but then I actually think I do. I jump up with it right there, and he has no idea what I just did with that. He doesn't realize that I'm a tier up from where he's looking right now. Now I'm 2 tiers up from where he's looking. And when I notice he has a tactical and can spam me, I immediately move to block his shot. And for some reason, he does not. He builds over me, but he should have been exploiting the edit from earlier on. See, he gave me time to find him. He gave me time to find him. I mean, that's really all I needed. He just gave me time to find him and get a good shotgun shot on him. And I think I ended that one. Yeah, you guys with 13 kills. I don't think anybody else was even close. Yeah, look at that, everybody else. The highest person in the game. This is how you really play solo showdown. This is how you really get into it. 13 elims. The next guy was 5. Everybody was just playing on their weak shit. And I was just on my never give up, don't back down stuff. So, you know, even if you're trying to play competitive, don't let them shake you, everybody. I hope some of the information I went over in this game could help you in your own stuff, going out there and grabbing the dubs. My name is Schweezel, and until next time, peace out. Thanks for checking out Get Better Games.